Right now, somewhere near you, a stranger is about to yawn. And in the next few seconds, without deciding to, without even noticing, you might yawn too. You didn't choose this. Nobody asked your permission. Your brain has been copying strangers your entire life, and it's been doing it so quietly you've never once caught it in the act. Until tonight. It shows up almost everywhere if you know where to look. Yawning is the most obvious example. Contagious not just among friends, but among total strangers sitting rows apart in a waiting room. But it goes far beyond yawning. Walk next to a stranger for long enough, and your pace will start to match theirs. Not because you're trying to keep up, but because something in your brain quietly decided to match their rhythm. Sit across from someone in conversation, and you'll often find your arms, your leaning angle, even your blinking rate beginning to drift toward theirs. We call this rapport. What we rarely ask is, who's actually in control here? To understand why this happens, we have to go back to the 1990s, to a laboratory in Italy, where a group of neuroscientists were studying the brains of macaque monkeys, and stumbled onto something almost by accident. They noticed that a specific set of neurons in the monkey's brain fired not only when the monkey performed an action, like grabbing a piece of food, but also when the monkey simply watched a researcher perform that same action. The brain, it turned out, didn't fully distinguish between doing something and watching someone else do it. These became known as mirror neurons, and while the science on exactly how they function in humans is still debated, the discovery reshaped how we think about imitation, empathy, and social behavior. In humans, researchers believe this unconscious mimicry serves a much older purpose than politeness. It's a survival mechanism. For most of human history, syncing with the people around you, moving like them, reacting like them, was a fast, wordless way of signaling, I'm one of you. I'm not a threat. Even stranger, the people who mimicked the most tended to report liking the other person more, even though they were never consciously aware they'd copied them at all. Mimicry, it turns out, isn't just a side effect of connection. It might be one of the ways connection actually gets built. Watch footage of a crowd crossing a busy intersection, and you'll notice something odd. Strangers naturally fall into loose lanes, walking in the same direction at nearly the same pace, adjusting their stride to avoid collision without a single word exchanged. No one designed this. No traffic controller assigned these lanes. It emerged, spontaneously, from hundreds of individual brains each doing the same quiet thing, unconsciously adjusting to the people nearest them. This same invisible synchronization has been observed in laughter, which spreads through a room faster and more easily than almost any other sound a human can make, activating in listeners' brains even when the joke itself wasn't funny. It would be easy to end this story feeling a little paranoid, like your own body isn't fully under your control. But there's another way to look at all of this. Mimicry isn't a flaw in the human design. It might be one of the oldest forms of kindness we have. Long before language, before spoken agreements or written rules, humans needed a way to say, "We're safe together," without saying anything at all. Matching each other's movements, expressions, and rhythms was that language. And in many ways, it still is. Every time you catch someone's yawn, match a stranger's stride on a quiet street, or find yourself smiling because the people around you are smiling, you're taking part in something far older than you are. A wordless agreement passed down through every generation of humans who ever needed to trust each other quickly, without time to explain why. So the next time you notice yourself yawning because someone else did, or matching the pace of a total stranger on the sidewalk, you don't have to find it strange. You can simply notice it. and realize you just witnessed one of the oldest, quietest conversations the human body knows how to have. If this changed the way you'll look at strangers tomorrow, that's exactly what this channel is here for. There's a hidden layer of behavior running underneath almost everything we do, and we're going episode by episode until there's nothing ordinary left. Subscribe, and let's keep looking.